Hey everybody, welcome to another Political Reaction video. I'm your girl Olivia Rondo, and today we got one of my favorite newer congressmen, Representative Brandon Gill from Texas, who also happens to be the son-in-law of Dinesh D'Souza, which I just think is just a great little fun fact. But here he is grilling a member of the Biden administration on immigration. Let's go.
Mr. Hauser, I've got a few questions for you. You were chief of staff for ICE, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What years were you there?
2021 to 2023.
So that was during the Biden administration, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Got it. So presumably you're well-versed in border security and immigration enforcement, is that right?
Yes, sir. I would say that I'm very aware. I also worked at CBP under the Obama administration. Yes, sir.
Got it. So you've got a lot of experience there. I'm going to ask you a few questions. In an interview with the Daily Blast on February 28th, 2024, you mentioned, quote, "You can't deter and punish your way to lowering encounters at the border," end quote. Do you think you were right or wrong about that?
100%, sir. What we've seen...
100% what? Right or wrong?
100% I was correct.
You were correct about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The idea that you just dismantle an immigration system is not... There was a mandate to the Trump administration...
Illegal alien border encounters are down 95% right now. I think you were wrong about that. You also said, quote, "The idea that you can turn off the border is just not factual." Do you think that was right or wrong?
Sir, the threats that we're still seeing across the border...
Do you think you were right or wrong about that statement?
What's that, sir?
My question is, were you right or wrong about that statement?
When you turn off the immigration system, sir, yes, you will not see encounters. Yes.
Well, southwestern border encounters are at a 15-year low under President Trump. Another thing that you mentioned, quote, "Just shutting off the border to asylum seekers is not going to do that," meaning close the border. What I think is going to do that is make it more erratic and sporadic for the sort of large surges of migrants you would see coming across the border. Do you think that was right or wrong?
100% correct. It was correct, sir. We're going to see that over the next couple years. Yes,
border apprehensions are down now.
The audacity. I love that he's an Obama and Biden administration official and he's seeing the numbers. I mean, these are official numbers from ICE, from CBP, from the DHS, saying that border encounters and border crossings are at a 15-year low. They've had like almost like a 300 to 400% decrease from this time last year. At least the March numbers was a huge decrease from March of last year. And you're still sitting here saying that your way was correct. President Donald Trump not only dismantled the Obama-Biden immigration system, he built back the immigration system that he was already establishing between 2016 and 2020, and he's made it better because we're seeing a 15-year low. So we're not seeing a low compared to back 6 years ago in the middle of Trump's first presidency. We're seeing a low that Trump didn't even see in his first time in office. So I think that is excellent. And it's just crazy that you're sitting up here lying. You're sitting up here lying. Maybe it's to protect your ego. Maybe you're being forced to. Maybe you're being paid off. But it does you no good to lie because Gill here is just making him look stupid. But let's continue.
Now, because President Trump has secured our border, he's stopped the flow of illegal aliens coming across our border and coming to our border. Do you think that we have a better or worse border situation now than we did under Joe Biden?
Sir, I believe the border is secure.
You believe the border is secure, that's right. But you were wrong about a lot of other things, about what would secure the border, is that right?
No, sir, it's only been 100 days.
You were wrong about what it would take to...
It's only been 100 days? Okay, so at some point in the next 3.5 years of the rest of Trump's presidency, we're going to have just open borders again, or skirmishes on the border, or big groups of people coming to the border? I don't think so. If things keep going the way that they're going, don't make me eat my words, guys. I hope not. But what do you mean it's only been 100 days? It's been 100 days of like perfection at the border. It's been 100 days of getting criminals out of here. It's been 100 days of actually enforcing existing immigration law. Because it's not like Trump has signed a whole lot of stuff on immigration. We're enforcing the existing law. It's only been 100 days. This legislation, majority of it, was already in the books. We clearly already had a border. We just have to enforce it. And to admit that the border is secure today, and to also say, well, the same person in the same administration that made it secure today is going to mess it up because it's only been 100 days. Stupid.
Stop the flow of illegal aliens coming into the United States. You were wrong that secure enforcement that we're seeing under President Trump would stop the flow of illegal aliens. You ought to keep that in mind as you're going to the media and mouthing off about the president.
Can I answer that question?
Let me ask you another question. This is from a New York Times op-ed that you wrote just a month ago.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned, quote, federal law enforcement under President Trump is engaged in dangerous political theater. What about President Trump's law enforcement do you think is dangerous political theater? Do you think that seizing 235,000 pounds of fentanyl at the border is dangerous political theater?
Is a problem.
Do you think seizing fentanyl at our border is dangerous political theater? Do you know who Gilberto Avila Jara is?
So that's exactly where ICE should have their resources focused. That's exactly where
and
this
we
administration
did, and
is
he was
beginning to
arrested
turn them away
last
from.
month and charged with over 20 sex crimes against minors.
Yes, sir.
These were the kind of people that Joe
Taking
Biden
2,000
and
CBP
under your
officers
leadership
off the border
were coming into
over
our
the next
country.
3 months doesn't make us more safe. Taking HSI agents away from drug interdiction, and
taking murderers and
trafficking,
rapists off our streets makes the American people more safe. It's your testimony that taking murderers and rapists off our streets does not make us more safe?
What I'm saying,
is that what you're
sir,
telling me?
what we have heard from this administration is over the next few months, there's going to be thousands of law enforcement focused on non-criminal migrants.
We'll see. You were wrong about a lot of things. I don't put a whole lot of stock into that, candidly, and
I hate this narrative about non-criminal migrants. If you cross into this country illegally, you're a criminal. You committed a crime. You should be arrested. You should be deported. Oftentimes, people who don't care about immigrating legally, they don't care about the laws, other laws that we have on the books. So that's why you have people that come in here and commit sex crimes. That's why you have people that come in here and commit horrible crimes against women, against children, even to a lesser degree, or I guess less seriousness, but to a greater degree, there are more examples of this happening, are illegal migrants coming here and driving without a license, driving without insurance, DUIs, hit and runs. Like, we're seeing huge increases in traffic crimes because of the illegal migrants let in during the Biden administration. It's not just, oh, we should focus only on the ones who commit serious crimes. No, they gotta go because we didn't vet them. And it's not racist to say that. We simply did not vet them, so we can't trust them. Would you let somebody in your house that you did not vet? Would you trust them? No, it's very, very simple. But some people can't get it.
I think the American people do either. Do you support amnesty?
No, sir.
Do you support amnesty for illegal aliens?
No, sir.
In this New York Times article, you wrote, quote, that means that the best solution for public safety is not mass deportations.
No,
it's giving undocumented I'm speaking right now. This is my time, not yours. I'm speaking. It's giving undocumented immigrants who have been in the United States for a long time the opportunity to come forward, pay a fine, and gain legal status. That sounds a lot like amnesty to me, doesn't it, to you?
It's a process, sir, under the law that could exercise and allow them for migrants to come out of the shadows and then focus.
That's amnesty. Sorry, continue.
That's what amnesty is. This is a deliberate semantic obfuscation, and you know it, and I know it, and the American people know it as well. Do you think that illegal aliens should be given welfare once they get amnesty?
Sir, that's not my department.
You've got a lot of opinions on a whole lot of different things. You don't have an opinion on that?
Areas where I've worked for 20 years, sir. Yes, sir.
And finally, let me ask you, do you think that Biden was successful at stopping illegal immigration?
There was failures at the beginning of the Biden administration to deal with the flow of migrants post-COVID, and then there was failures of implementation of policies across all of the immigration system. That's the same problems we're seeing now. The idea that you can enforce your way out of immigration and the challenges that we see across the Western Hemisphere, it's not going to work.
We had an open border under Biden. The border's secure now. I think that's a successful Trump policy and a failure of the Biden administration. I yield my time back.
Idiot. Complete bumbling idiot. Y'all ever see someone who's like not even just an idiot, but a complete bumbling fool? First of all, that last question, that was a yes or no question. And the fact that he tried to blame it on COVID, in a post-COVID world, first of all, Biden came into office in 2021. That was not post-COVID by any means. The COVID lockdown started just a year prior. They had not ended. The vaccine mandates, the mask mandates, they had not ended by January 2021. So moving on from that, besides blaming it on COVID, he couldn't even give a simple yes or no answer to the question. He did a roundabout way in saying, well, there were some failures of implementation. You're a member of the Biden administration, buddy. Who was supposed to implement it? Who was supposed to enforce the immigration law? I don't know. Was it you? I think it was him. I think he was the person he's talking about, saying there were failures to implement. policies that would have curbed illegal migration. I don't think the people in charge of immigration, ICE, CBP, DHS under the Biden administration cared about curbing it at all, because according to them, it was just a failure of implementation. And, after COVID, it was really, really hard. What's crazy is, like, during COVID was when I was probably most concerned about the illegal migration, because, nobody really knew what was going on. People were masking, people were vaxxing, people were staying home from school and work. And then, contrary to all those precautions, we're letting people come in unvetted. We have unfettered mass migration and caravans of people. I know, you guys, it's been a long time since we've seen a caravan come through because Trump is now in office, but we used to have caravans of people, grown men, waving flags from their Central American countries, waltzing into this country during COVID, untested, unmasked, unvaccinated, while Americans were basically locked in their homes. So I'm calling BS. I love Gill's line of questioning. He's tough on these people, and he's young too. I love a young firebrand in office. Hopefully he gets reelected and he's in there, because we have all these establishment people that have been in office for 40 plus years. Let some young people get some, let's give him a chance. He's very new, but I think he's doing very good so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like and subscribe to Politbrawl, and I'll see y'all next time.